langsamer sein, wenn du kommst.
Wir werden morgen
más lento. Es mejor ir 99% del grip y no estar luchando.
Curvas
Pero
ahí.
de primeras sí empujaste.
Allora, mai.
Why was the main reason you were going then tighter? Tire not working anymore?
It just
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. McLaren family, let's say. Yeah, for today, no real expectations, to be honest. First time in an FE car. I mean, I just want to thank the McLaren boys for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, definitely going to be a great experience. I can learn a lot from today, and yeah, just going to try to keep improving throughout the day. Yeah, it's definitely a bit different. So I mean, there's definitely a lot to learn, but I mean, we prepared a lot in the sim beforehand, just to be as ready as possible going into it. Yeah, just to make things a bit smoother.
Yeah, it's a new experience for me. My first time in this car, and you know, I race in F2, and I've raced, you know, downforce cars for a couple of years now, and it's quite interesting, you know, with the tires and the, you know, little downforce on the car, but you know, the torque and power is actually quite strong, and even stronger than what I drive. So it's actually quite interesting on that aspect, and it just requires a bit of a different driving style. It's a bit different to drive, a bit more tricky, so bit of a new challenge. Yeah, I think the team on their side, they just want to run through some things, run through some things to prepare for the rest of their season. And on my side, I honestly don't have any expectations, but looking at the morning, which was quite a positive session, I'd say, you know, expectations have definitely gone up. So, you know, on my side, no, there's no expectations, you know, you wouldn't see it, but, you know, feeling-wise, I would know if I'd done a good job or not.
Well, yeah, of course, today is the first time that I try electric cars and Formula E in general. It's pretty cool, to be honest. It's just very different to what I'm used to. First, mainly, let's say, the noise. Just hear the wind, basically. So it's just a bit different. It feels weird. But yeah, the car is pretty cool to drive. Very, very hard to nail it. I think some categories to find the last 3/10 is hard, but in this one it's just another level of hard. Because it's super, super hard with all the systems you have in the car. With the low amount of grip you have, also with tires that are not so easy. I think it's not easy as a driver, just a bit slower than what I'm used to, and I'm just different, but it's still a lot of fun to drive. Well, to be honest, I don't really have too many expectations. You know, let's say my main goal is to learn as much as possible, because it's always good for me to be able to say that I learn a lot of things from this experience, and also I think we have to try many things for the team. So we're just trying to change different settings, different things on the car. Of course, can't go into details, but it's just, I think, also useful for them and for me to learn a lot. Yeah, it was. I mean, we started off quite slowly. Let's say we tried a bit of race simulation laps, a bit of push laps. The best lap I've done in the morning, I think it was actually my first lap on 350. So this is, let's say, good in a way, but also after we started trying a bit of different stuff. Also, me, I was trying with the driving, and so I think the mix of the two did not make me improve too much. But in the end, I think it's still a pretty positive morning, and yeah, we'll watch looking forward for the afternoon.
Yeah, obviously it's really different. I'm used to driving just normal cars, you know. I just came from a race weekend as well, from the Fórmula Regional, the first weekend. So just jumping into this car, which is also completely different, is quite interesting. I think, yeah, I did the simulator here in Berlin. And yeah, it was a bit tricky, you know, because there's a lot of stuff that you need to understand. It's just not just the electric. But obviously, one of the things I felt when I went on track, it's the power. You know, when you go on power, you have to be a bit careful with the traction, because it has so much power when you go on throttle that you just gotta be careful, which is quite different to what I'm used to. Then also the brakes are also different, so need to get used to that. Just need some laps in, you know, to try and understand, just to watch the data as well with the engineers. And yeah, obviously some other stuff is different. The tires are completely different. There's not that much aerodynamics on this car, really. So it's just really different to what I'm used to. But no, actually enjoying it for now. I think it's been quite okay. I think we're just learning with the team, you know, trying to understand as much as possible, trying to get as much knowledge from the car and from how it works. So yeah, I would say it's quite different from what I used to, but it's another thing, and it's actually quite cool. I think for me, I don't really have like big expectations for this test. Obviously, I come from other kinds of racing, and for me, it's just to get to know the car, to get to know the team, how we work to try to make the best out of the test, you know. And I think, as I say, I think it's going well. I think we're going in the right direction. Obviously, I want to do well. I want to be as high as possible on the list, you know, on the timing list. But yeah, as I said, I think it's going pretty well. We have still the afternoon now, so we're just gonna keep working, trying to see if we can obviously gain some time in some corners, and then also trying to do some other procedures, because we have some other procedures that we need to work with the team as well, because they want to try some new stuff. So we're just gonna do that. But the expectations, I think, from the others and for me is just to see how the attitude is, just trying to put the work in. When we see something, trying to improve it, make sure it's improved. It's not just going around in circles, and just doing a good job. I think that's basically it.
I mean, as soon as I pulled out the garage and went down the pit lane, big smile on my face, of course. I remembered which pedal does what, how to use a steering wheel, so that's all good. But no, it's great to be back out behind the wheel of a race car after 2 years, and yeah, big thanks to Fórmula E and Envision Racing for the opportunity. So mainly for me, it's getting sim correlation, and same with the team as well. So we've got a large sort of number of test items that we need to run through. Obviously keeping the car in one piece. Shanghai is not too far away, so we need to make sure that I look after the car for Seb, otherwise I'll have him on my back as well as the team. But yeah, just correlating data and running these test items through is the main importance of today. No, I mean, I think it's super powerful. As soon as I put my foot down going out of the pit lane, even on cold tyres, it shot me back in the seat. You know, it's from where the championship first started, you know, having to obviously up to season 5 or 6, I think it was, with sharing the cars. How the technology has advanced to the Gen 3 now is hugely impressive, and such a big and positive progress, of course.
Yeah, I have to say I've really had a blast out there today. It's been really fun, and yeah, it's been a pleasure to work with Jaguar Racing. The team is extremely nice to work with. The atmosphere in the team is great, and yeah, we've had a great day so far, and I'm looking forward now to the afternoon session. It's a different, it's a whole nother world. You know, it's yeah, like I said, my first time driving anything electric, and yeah, it really opens up your mind as a racing driver, because you know you have to change a lot of things on the steering wheel while you're driving. So yeah, that's really fun, and there's a lot of things that you can change in the car to affect the car balance in the moment. And yeah, that's really cool, because in Formula 2 you can only really change the brake bias and the throttle map, and that's about it. So yeah, I've learned a lot, and I'm just very happy to be here. I mean, we're just trying to get as much running as possible. You know, we've had a bit of issues this morning, but you know, we're sorting everything out, and hopefully we'll get more running this afternoon. And yeah, just trying to be as sharp as I can with my feedback and the feeling with the car, so the team can get what they need.
It's massive, you know, because a lot of my work is done in the simulator, and for me to have an idea of how the car feels and the correlation, it's very important to get seat time in the real car. So today was very important for us as a team, because now I can go back to the headquarters and get on the sim and correlate it better. So definitely a very good day for us, and happy with everything we did. Well, I had a lot of fun today, and yeah, the acceleration is quite impressive, and we did some coast laps right behind my teammates, so that was fun. A lot of new things done today, different challenge for sure, but I really enjoyed it. For me, just run through our test items. We had a lot of items to test for the team, and for me, this test was all about trying to help the team go one step further, and you know, they're going to Shanghai next, so they tried a lot of stuff that they can't really try on a race weekend. So it was a lot of trial and error, but I'm glad we got through it, and the team seemed to be happy with what they've collected.